Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back to today's book review. This one is for Modern Crochet Style by Lindsay Newens. It has 15 colourful crochet patterns for you, your home, including fun, sustainable makes. So, come on, let's see what's inside. Okay, so as I said, this one is Modern Crochet Style. So let's turn it over and find out how much it's going to cost us. Oh, look at the cute patterns there. Now, if you're in the UK, they're asking $14.99 for this one, and if you're in the US, it's $19.95. The book is published by White Owl Books. And the website here is www.whiteowlbooks.co.uk. The link to that will be in the description box down below. Now, this book was first published in... where is it gone? First published in 2021 by A Pen and Sword White Owl. Right, so I've skipped the first page because I wanted that bit of info there, and we'll have a quick look at the contents list. Okay, not that one. Okay, hopefully the focus will be alright for us today. Right, so we're going to start off with introduction, how to use the book, abbreviations and conversations techniques. We move on to chapter 1, which they've labelled spring, with luxe scrunchies, a gingham bag, woven wall hanging and textured cloth. Then chapter 2 is a Maltese eye mask, loopy cushion, tassel basket and fruit placemats. Very strange names. I can't wait to see what they actually are. Then we've got chapter 3, which is autumn. You've got a slogan bath mat, pom-pom duffel bag and a patchwork scarf. Chapter 4 is winter, and it's a geo hat, leopard cowl, scrap rug, a Scandi stocking, and then we move into F and Q's, supplies, and the section about the author. So they've put that right at the back. It's normally at the front, isn't it? So we'll move into the very first page here. Right, it's quite pleasant, made with squares. Okay, so we got our introduction page, and then we skip into the how to use the book. Ooh, look at that chunky monkey yarn. Right, then we move on to the abbreviations now. It's saying UK crochet terms, I'm sorry to say, on this one. So it's looking like it is a UK, or is it? No, it will be. Then we have got conversions, so they're changing from UK terms to US terms. You've got your crochet hook conversions. You've got your yarn label information, including the size, the weight, of each of the yarn balls and what they mean underneath. That's really quite nice. Then we move into the techniques page where they're talking about common stitches like your slip knot, your chain. They're giving you tips on counting a chain, magic loops, slip stitches, double crochets and half crochets. So yeah, it's definitely written in English terms here because they've skipped out the single and the single crochet. Right. Moving on, they've got a section on more techniques here. So it's how to do the treble, which is a US double, turning chain, increase, decrease stitches, blah, 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 blah. All the stuff that we need so that we can do make what's in the book. Then we move on to a more techniques where they're showing you the placement for back post trebles, crab stitches, loop stitches, split double crochets, a standing double crochet and a waistcoat stitch. More techniques. A whip stitch, crochet styles are working in the round, there's which is the spiral method, working in the round, join method and fillet a crochet. Ooh, that's a bit bobbly. So as you can see, it's got some really beautiful book imagery here as well, showing lots of different types of yarn. Okay, so then they move into a crochet colour work, and there is all the different instructions that you need for that one. I'm skipping a little bit here because I want to get on to the patterns. Right, we've got chapter 1, spring. So how are they doing it? Okay, they're putting the pattern with the picture. Okay, so the first one up is scrunchies. Okay, and there is instructions on how to do the scrunchie and of course how to put the whole thing together. Then we have a gingham bag. Sorry about this, I've just noticed my camera's struggling this morning. Right, stay put. Alright, yep, so we've got a gingham bag. And again, as you can see, lots of photos there on how to do it. Even more. So it really is walking you through the pattern quite nicely. Right, now we have the woven hanging. So this is this cute wall hanging here, and it shows you how to make the base and then of course how to do everything else, so that you've got this one here. Then we are on to textured cloths. Okay, so these are what we call dishcloths. Okay, and there is both patterns are shown included. I'm going to skip over, and we are now on to chapter 2, summer. So let's see what they've got there. Right, so we've got an eye mask. Loopy cushion. So that's what that was. Don't get me wrong, it looks lovely, but that would drive me a little insane. I'm one for flat. I like flat, boring stuff. Then we have a tassel basket. Okay. Some fruit placemats, sorry. Okay, chapter 3 we're moving on to is autumn. And we have the slogan bath mat. I didn't think that was a bath mat when I first saw it. That looks cute. Then you've got all the information there. Then we have a pom-pom duffel bag. And again, that covers all the instructions there. Okay, so here is that scarf from the very first couple of pages, which is the patchwork scarf. And then we move into chapter 4, Winter, where we have a geo hat. And if you notice here, you get a section that's like tips and tricks and things. And of course, all the other information is in the yarn used, how much is used, stitch markers, crochet hook information, even what size pom-pom maker she used. And then of course you've got your finished sizes, a list of techniques and a gauge information. And that runs the same through all of the patterns as well. Oh, sorry, that is the leopard cowl. Okay, then we have a scrap rug. Sorry, that looks too organised to be scrap. And we have the Scandi stockings. That's a bit cheeky. Look, we've got one crocheted there and the other one is quilted. Right, now we move on to the back section. Now this one here is frequently asked questions. The first one up is, I'm a beginner, can I make the projects in this book? Do you know what, without even looking into the patterns too much, I would say yes. Just put your stubborn head on. Do I need to do a gauge or tension swatch? Again, they've responded with their comment. I would say if it's clothing, definitely. What do they say? She says it's a little bit of a necessary evil. And there's other bits as well. And then it just keeps going with a couple more of the most recently asked questions. Then we move on to a suppliers list, which is pretty good. Although they've got Hobbycrafters #1, which is our UK big box store. And then they've got In Stitches, which I've not heard of. Rico Design, Rowan, Stitch and Story, A Wool and the Gang, Woolly Mahusive, not heard of them. I'm going to have to go looking on some of these. Becky Clark, Emma Ashbourne and Lucy Davison. So they've got a good list of suppliers there. Of course, I don't know many of them, even though they're possibly based here in the UK. Any information on these guys, of course, I will put in the description box down below, because sometimes it's really nice to find a new yarn supplier, and I am on the hunt at the moment. Right, then the last section here is about the author. She makes on Instagram, YouTube, and over 40,000 followers. Crikey, girl, good going. Alongside designing her own patterns, Lindsay works in publishing for over 10 years. Most notably has taken over the editor for Creative Crafts magazine at Molly Makes. Ah, right, okay, so she's there, and she's also appeared as a guest judge on Kirsty Allsop's Handmade Christmas TV show in the UK. And she also runs a monthly crochet subscription box. It's called Crate Crochet Box. And she lives in the Cotswolds with a husband, 3 kids, and uncountable number of balls of yarn. I like that. Right, all of her details will be, of course, in the description box and down below. Now, okay, would this be a book that makes it to your bookshelf? Or is it one that you probably borrow from the library first to see how many of those projects you would actually make? Personally, I'm undecided on this one, which is a bit strange for me. I definitely want to read it and properly read this one for all of the extra information and bits and pieces that she has in there. So I'm possibly going to borrow it for another couple of weeks from the library. Best get on the library app and update it and say I'm keeping it for a bit longer. Will I properly purchase it? No, there's not enough patterns in here for me to warrant paying the, what are we on, £15. I'd rather spend that money on yarn. Right, what would you do? Would you like to spend that sort of money on yarn? Or is this a book that you would definitely run out and purchase, or at least try and find it on the cheap somewhere else? I would really love to know in the comment section down below. Right, that is it for me for today. I will see you all really, really soon. So please remember, stay chilled, stay happy, and keep crafting. Goodbye, everybody.